I don't know what he does. Well, I'm just playing terribly. Because I'm anticipating that this is gonna sound like terrible. I don't care how good you play, it's gonna sound. Woo! This time it went sharp. It like goes back to the same place from the last. I don't know, where we screwed up last time. Alright, I'll probably put chapters so you guys can jump around if you feel like you would like to. Trying to wave to you guys here underneath my camera as I, this sort of vantage point is a little weird. Hi, welcome. So I got this via UPS and some other various shipping logistics lines and finally arrived, and so we're gonna rip it open and see what we got inside. We should see an ESP model electric guitar 6-string. Let me grab something sharp and vicious to get this popped open. Sorry to walk across there. I know I'm not supposed to step in front of the view of the camera, but I have to do that if we're going to get something here. Where the heck is the knife? There it is. All right. Let's see. We'll go here. Oh, I can hear it. I just made a little. Wow. And they even added little styrofoam chunks in there. Isn't that nice? Now put that in a safe spot. All right, what we got? What we got? What we got? All right, look at that. Okay, there we are. Look at that, guys. What do you think? Let's make sure we got that zoomed in. Nice and close for you. Boy, come on. All right. Yeah. Take a look. That's what we got there. Let me get nice and close there for you. Look at that sheen, that shine. Look at that. Wow, very nice. Very nice. Little battery compartment, I think. Yeah. Look at that. All right, so maybe that's without reverb now. Yeah, so this thing is, if you don't know already, if some of you may have shopped on like Alibaba or DHGate or AliExpress or whatever these overseas, I don't know, they're websites that have a bunch of sellers, kind of sort of like an Amazon for or originating, I guess, in China, and they just sell a whole bunch of cheapo stuff, and some of it, I mean, it's hit or miss. Some of it might actually be worthwhile. This is not one of them. This was $300. I'm thinking, what the hell? You know, I'm not gonna miss $300. But it turned into sort of a little project for me. But this thing is nothing more than, for most of you, it would serve as a model replica, like something you put up on display, and that is it. And I mean, to be perfectly honest, it don't look too bad at all, really. It looks kind of legit and everything. You know, it has the ESP on there, the I want it, I don't know if it's supposed to say E, I think it does say E-II. I thought maybe it might say FR-X, but that seems, this is not the pickup that this guitar came with. This is not. This thing came with EMG pickups. Hold on. So it's pretty, this is the EMG pickup it came with. That's it, and it looks legit, doesn't it? But the back here should look completely different. It should have, I think, like serial numbers and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. Anyway, so I ripped it out. This ain't a real EMG pickup. This thing's a piece of trash. It is. Here you go. There we go. It's a paperweight. It has no input power. So I have a Fractal FM3 that has a readout, LED readout, and it shows you your input from your pickup, well, from your guitar, your cable and everything. It's useful for, I don't know, troubleshooting and whatnot. And anyway, so it has two greens, amber and a red, and you want it to not necessarily be on the red, but as close as possible, so you have the most amount of like input to work with. And with that piece of trash, it's sitting at like barely on that second green. I can't do it right, well, I won't be able to show you. That's that pickup right now. See? I mean, it's literally virtually useless. So when I say it's like a replica, or like I mean it's like a model to sit somewhere. So this is not the original pickup. Whoop. This is a $20, I forget the name brand. You guys aren't gonna know what it is because it's not a name brand. It's a like Saphew or something like this. You buy them on Amazon for like 20 bucks. This thing was 20 bucks. Not too shabby. Well, okay, here, let me just So anyway, if you ask me, so okay, sorry. One of the other problems with this guitar is this bridge. It even says on here, Floyd Rose. You guys won't be able to see that on. Maybe you can see it. It even has that on there. I don't know if they copied the actual Floyd Rose, emblem, company logo, whatever. But it says it there, and this thing is awful. This thing's terrible. I literally have it has no usability. This bridge here, don't even get me started. It's, well, we're making a video here, so I guess I will. But so it's not. So here, so I have this, so I can turn and adjust the fine tuners. I'm not kidding. You can't. It won't move. They're so out of spec, or I don't know, just so poorly designed, a really crummy material that if you need to fine tune on the go, you have to have one of those at your side. Have it in your little holster somewhere. Watch this. Okay, so. It's not perfect, but watch this now. that G every time. That one went a little flat on that. And that one went sharp for some odd reason. And sometimes I get to do the fine tuners a little bit, but once I start going like kind of where they're getting close to like the end of their available turns or whatever, that's when I need the pliers. Ooh. See, that time it went very flat. Again, it's a G. This one here, I don't know, I meant to adjust it last time too. What else? We already talked the pickups, we did the bridge. I guarantee you this thing, the nut, these screws, lockdown screws or pads or whatever. Cool little gizmo, by the way, guys. This thing you find on Amazon. You could this is magnetized. It sticks to the back of your tuning keys. You just pull that out of there, and then you can adjust these here. But what I guarantee is going to happen if I continue to keep playing this is these are going to strip. These are going to strip. I guarantee it. The metal is probably like aluminum of some kind. So I don't know if it's supposed to be this way, but the neck is a very thick, I would say C shape, and it feels like a Les Paul, which some of you might like that. For me, for something that's designed for more fast maneuvering, shred probably, I feel it's very thick for that purpose. It has the, I don't know what this is, this sort of a shiny lacquer finish on the back of the neck, which I hate. Your Ibanez RGs have more of a, and I don't know what it's called, but it's almost sort of like it has a powder coating, whereas this has more of a like a varnish or a primer or something like, I don't know what it's called. So 30 years playing guitar, I don't know what some of this stuff is called still. So it has sort of like a varnish or like a, not an oil, but just sort of a, if you even, your hands have natural oils, if you don't know, ladies and gents, and with that, I feel it's going to kind of stick a little bit, whereas the, even if you just wash your hands several times, oftentimes I'll do that. Hands, just get out of the bathroom, you come over, okay, it's time to play guitar, time to practice, the band practice, whatever you got, and you just get out of the bathroom and you come over, you play, and your hands are clean, but still like a microscopic level, you still have like oil and various stuff on your hands, and that sort of lacquer finish or whatever this is, this like primer or whatever, it's like, I almost want to say, not sticky, but I don't know how to describe it. There's, the back of an Ibanez RG, for example, is more of a, I don't know, almost like a powder coating or something like that, and it just allows for much faster movement. The radius is flat, like a Les Paul. I don't love that, but whatever, that's cool. Anyway, so yeah, so this is so anyway, the point of the video, the point I was making here is not to teach you a lesson of like don't shop with these DHGate, Alibaba, whatever. I mean, they put out the product that like they did their job. You know what I mean? This was $315, $315, and I knew, guys, trust me, I knew, like, I'm not getting an official, authentic, playable, what do you call it, FR-X, real authentic ESP. I thought it might be at least something, usable, something halfway, and I could do a few fixes and, get it at least running so that it's somewhat, kind of, sort of reliable, and I will, but it's a lot of stuff. You're gonna have to change out the bridge, or just don't use it, maybe lock it down. But even yeah, I guess you could just do that and never use it. Then why are you buying a guitar with a Floyd Rose? I guess there's some cases you might. The pickups are gonna have to go. They're gonna have to go. I went with this little $20 Sap Pew, or I don't know, something I got on Amazon. It sounds good. It sounds really, check it out. I don't want to say avoid doing something like this if you ever feel inclined to do it. I think if you went for something that's a little simpler, you'd end up with better luck. So for example, if you went for maybe like a Telecaster, which has a fixed bridge, pretty simple. I mean, they're kind of classically known for their simplicity. They just, you know, 2 pickups, the fixed bridge. You know, how can they mess that up? I'm sure they'll find a way, but that might be a way to go. But yeah, something like this. If you want to do this, and obviously I did, so you know, it's nothing wrong with doing it, but expect that you're going to have some work to do on it. Otherwise, it's just going to sit somewhere on display. And then there's other options. You can buy what's called the Edwards Forest, I want to say is what it's called, which is I think used you can get it for like maybe $1,000, 800, 1,000 if you're lucky, somewhere in there. And then I don't know what shipping would be. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I don't know. A couple folks enjoyed my simple other little what do you call it, unboxing thing. So I decided I'd do one for something like this. Share this. Some of you, I guarantee it, have thought about, man, some of those guitars on that Alibaba or DHGate or whatever, man, they look good. I wonder, you know, if they're actually, you know, worthwhile. You buy $200-300 for something that would normally be $3,000, and it looks the part. It really does, but it's a replica. It's a model to put up on display, unless you want to take the time to do your fixes.